So today we're going to talk about what is it that you wish that people would have told you before you got into real estate?
Well, there's probably a lot of things, but one of them that I can think of right away is how much contract work you would have to do just to finally get somebody all the way through. Like, it's not one, it's not even two or three, but there's many contracts that it took in order to get one person all the way through across the finish line.
Okay, so tell me, what did that look like for you?
Well, it looked like a lot of almost, a lot of maybes. I had a multitude of clients, including the one that finally did buy. They just kept offering and finding wonderful houses and finding deals, and then something would take it apart. I had a very initial client who found a house they liked. We offered, we were going back and forth. It kind of got shut down. It wasn't the end, but it kind of got shut down. But somewhere in that, they got discouraged. They went to a new builder without me knowing, and I don't know what happened there, but they ended up buying a new house that they loved. It was in the neighborhood they did, but after the contracts and stuff I wrote, it was not one of the ones we had looked at. I had another client who made a cash offer, was looking for something, partial investor and everything, made a cash offer, got earnest money down, and had something come up that he had to leave the city, and boom, he canceled his earnest money check and was gone. So that one had gone back and forth a few times before that happened. I had another client that found a house that fell apart, was starting to search for another one, um, and lost a job. And that happens, but it put them in the position where they weren't ready to buy right then and had to go do something else. And then the other client, I had just, we wrote a contract on a house, we wrote a contract on another house, and things had stopped each time for various reasons, good reasons that they were making for having to pull back. But at the end, employment became a question for a little bit, because as many people do down here, there's contract work, and they weren't able to get through the house they bought. And I thought, oh man, it's not going to happen. Just to get contact with them about 3 months later, and all of a sudden they're ready, they're looking, and we moved forward, and boom, finally, after I don't know, 10 different contracts, we finally get them moving on a new build house. We go back and forth, negotiate it, and they were able to close that one. But that was the thing. Nobody had told me at the beginning, like, you assume as you're getting into this, you get somebody into the contract, you get somebody through inspections, you get somebody all the way through the negotiations, and we're days away from closing. It's done. Except many times it's not done. That wasn't it. But when we finally got them across that finish line, we finally got somebody in that closing room on that closing day, so excited to move into their new house, then that was gold. And all the work before it was worth it. All the work before it, you could see on their faces, paid off for them. So this is one of the things I wish somebody had told me before I got into real estate.